The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Because this moment demands that we be fearless.
Now at 10 on DC News Now, new details on a deadly shooting at a birthday party in Annapolis. We are live from the scene.
A decision to veto funding aimed at preventing violence in Prince George's County. The county executive overruled the county council and where the $250,000 was going.
And weather-wise, we're finally getting over these light showers that we saw throughout the afternoon. And now we are tracking a good amount of sunshine. Hey, let's check out that 7-day forecast coming up.
And water levels in the Potomac reaching concerning lows, the new daily drought monitoring, and what it means for the water supply in the DMV. Good Monday evening, and thank you so much for joining us for DC News Now at 10 on DCW 50. I'm Tasmin Mahfouz.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Flanagan. Tonight, a 43-year-old man is in custody in Maryland after he's accused of shooting 6 people. 3 of them have died.
Yes, the police say that man facing 3 counts of second-degree murder and 3 counts of attempted second-degree murder is their only suspect, and no one else is at risk tonight.
And so Annapolis still remains one of the safest cities in the region. So I want the public to understand that there's no concern that there will be any other violence.
The 3 victims who died are 55-year-old Nicholas Meyerless of Odenton, his 29-year-old son Mario Ruiz, and 27-year-old Christian Segovoya of Severin.
Yeah, so this happened on Paddington Place in Annapolis last night. Right now, the FBI is helping with local police. They're looking at the possibility that this may have been a hate crime. We also know that this happened during what was supposed to be a birthday party. Neighbors say the victims and the shooter argued over a parking spot. Now, as for the cause, that still remains to be investigated. Police are now looking at helping the community heal.
We want to go back down there in the days ahead, the days and week ahead, to provide any type of outreach services to the community. We know a lot of people, particularly young people and old people for that fact, have been traumatized by the events. Annapolis.
Governor Wes Moore offering his condolences today in Annapolis as well to the families of the victims. And he told the media that prayers are not enough, and that his administration will tackle the issues of violence in Maryland, in the communities head on, unapologetic and unafraid. And tonight, neighbors in the quiet neighborhood are shocked at what happened.
Our Daniel Hamburg has been talking to them this afternoon on Paddington Place and joins us now live. And Daniel, what you hear?
Tasmin and Chris, a lot of people are upset and shocked by what happened here. Today, the FBI, DEA, and ATF were all here processing evidence on the street. A birthday party turned deadly Sunday night after police say 43-year-old Charles Smith opened fire, killing 3 and injuring 3.
Around this neighborhood, it's unheard of. It's quiet, people are friendly.
Tomasa Valencia rents from the mother of the birthday boy. The woman told me I'm going to celebrate my eldest son's birthday, but it never occurred to me that this would happen. According to charging documents obtained by news outlets, a parking dispute happened after Smith's mother called a parking enforcement employee about a vehicle blocking their driveway.
You didn't have to kill someone over that.
Police said Morales went to Smith's house to talk about the issue, then an argument broke out between him and Smith's mother. Investigators say when Smith came home, he got in an argument with Morales, which turned physical, and Smith allegedly pulled a gun and shot Ruiz and Segovia. There's a lot of evil human beings. We no longer see each other as people. We see each other as strangers, and it shouldn't be like that. Charging documents say Smith went inside his house after others ran over, and Smith allegedly began shooting with a long gun out the front window, killing Nicholas Morales, Mario's father, and shooting 3 others. And Smith remains behind bars tonight. Police are still here on scene, and we're told they'll likely be here through tomorrow. Live in Annapolis, Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, let's get a check on the forecast with our chief meteorologist, Nessa Webb.
And Janessa, the rain has moved out. The clouds have moved out. Tomorrow looks pretty nice.
Yeah, wall-to-wall sunshine.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited for us to wake up to finally clear skies, no haze in the sky. Really, it's just going to be a pretty wonderful day. Throughout the day, though, I am tracking a few clouds that will enter the DMV, so we'll check that out Our city looks very lovely this evening. We have high pressure behind that cold front, and so all those showers and a few storms that we saw earlier really have started to subside, and we're going to sit under partly cloudy conditions across most of the region. You can see all the showers that we were tracking earlier out towards Delaware at this point, and so satellite composite radar is fairly quiet. A few storms out towards Virginia Beach, but everything's kind of pushing offshore. So if you're doing some traveling to some major hubs of the Ohio Valley down towards the Carolinas, we'll watch that forecast where, man, high pressure is going to continue to kind of take over. But throughout this week, we're going to watch kind of intermittent with sunshine and then rain showers. We'll check out that forecast coming up.
And new tonight, trying to reduce crime in Prince George's County. That was the idea when the county council approved reallocating part of the city budget.
Yeah, the money would go to a program that aims to keep offenders from getting into trouble again once they're released from prison. Recently, County Executive Angela Alsobrooks vetoed that decision.
Our reporter Yamari Sase spoke to leaders and explains why.
It's very unfortunate that we have so many young people reoffending, but we have to analyze that data and then make smart decisions about investment in order to support them so that they don't continue to reoffend. When we invest in returning citizens, it's not just for them. It's for our neighborhoods.
Councilmember Edward Burrows is not happy about the county executive's decision to veto reallocating $250,000 towards the Emerging Adults program. It's hosted through the state's attorney's office and focuses on preventing those who are incarcerated from reoffending when they're released. They do this by providing counseling, job opportunities, and more.
All of these things reduces the likelihood that they will reoffend.
Now, in 2020, more than 50% of young people that were incarcerated in Prince George's County already served time for another offense. Burrows believes investing in this program would help drive those numbers down.
Crime is up in this county, and a lot of her policies have not been effective at bringing the crime numbers down. This is an effective tool that we know will work.
In a letter to the council, County Executive Angela Alsobrooks says there's just not enough money in the budget. Instead, they're investing in other programs like the Summer Youth Enrichment Program, Hope in Action, and the Returning Citizens Affairs Division, all in hopes of reducing crime. But Burrows says the county needs to do even more.
The question is, are they going to return better or worse? And if they return worse, that means they're going to be out here carjacking, murders, all types of crimes that we can prevent.
We did reach out to the county state's attorney's office for comment, but did not get a response back just yet. And as for the county executive office, they plan to launch an employment incentive for those who have been released from incarceration. And as for Burrows, he says he's working with the county council to find other ways to reduce crime. For now, reporting in Largo, Maryland, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
In the district, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser says the city is making progress in the long-awaited McMillan Community Center in Ward 5. The 17,000 square foot building will have a pool, playground, splash park, and grocery store. It'll also have a 6-acre park, medical facilities, restaurant, retail amenities, and also affordable housing. City leaders say these additions are critical in building a better community.
We want to be able to make sure that this place becomes again a part of the community, and that it serves the community, making sure we can serve the recreational purposes, affordable housing, medical, and job needs of our city.
The new center is expected to be completed sometime next spring.